Ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto is very angry. And William Ruto is very bitter. And William Ruto is taking action.
Justin Muturi, ile kiboko tulipiga Gachagua ndio inakuja kwako. You resign ama nikutoe. Vile tuna resume bunge because tuko na siku 14 ndio tu resume bunge. Justin Muturi, you have 3 options. Ya kwanza, resign. Ya pili, apologize to ignore your maneno. Ya tatu, we impeach you. Tuna collect signatures uende nyumbani. You cannot serve the government of Kenya yenye unalima kila siku ati yo maneno namna hii. Sani yako anashikwa akifanya ukora, unasema ni abduction. Na wewe sani yako alipatikana kwa bar na vitu zingine za kufuta sijui nini, akashikwa. Fundisha mtoto wako maadili bwana. Wacha ajipange pole pole. It can't be that the only people complaining are from one region. It can't be. Mpaka ma CSS mumongezewa. Leo vetting inafanywa ya CSS kutoka mlima. Na sisi tumenyamaza tu. Unafikiria tuko happy?
And just like I keep on telling you on this platform, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. And that everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objectives. There is an objective which Sylvanus Osoro's statement was intended to achieve. And for those who remember, Sylvanus Osoro was the first person to warn that they were going to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. Remember, Sylvanus Osoro is the majority whip in the National Assembly. He's the eye of the president when it comes to execution of such kind of missions.
Imagine His Excellency the President anapiga simu anakuambia, kawa we ni rafiki yangu, we sign there unisaidie nitoe hii mtu amenisumbua sana. Alizunguka Kenya hii Rigathi Gachagua akituambia jaba neno mutimeteithie, agacoka akauga ateithio amweherie. And yule hakusign sio rafiki yake tena. Ndio juzi tukienda likizo wote walipewa forms.
And Sylvanus Osoro has given Justin Muturi 3 options: resign, apologize, or get impeached. The truth of the matter is that he has left out one option: the option of a reshuffle. Because cabinet secretaries normally serve at the mercy of the president. Ruto can just wake up tomorrow, reshuffle the cabinet, or reassign those responsibilities to another person. But Osoro has left that, which means they are baying for the blood of Justin Muturi. In this video, I want us to do a critical analysis whether William Ruto can actually impeach or censure Justin Muturi through Parliament. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. Again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to thank the following people. You are seeing their names there for the coffee they sent to me earlier today. It goes a long way in supporting this channel. You can also do the same using the numbers you are seeing on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Muturi is going to sink William Ruto further. And from what I'm gathering, Justin Muturi has a lot of information about this government. He was the Attorney General. He's serving as a cabinet minister. He was a close ally of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. That is someone William Ruto should not joke with. But the biggest question is, why would William Ruto try or engineer that impeachment or censure motion against Justin Muturi. Because clearly, based on the sentiments we are getting from William Ruto's allies, that is the trajectory they are taking. Listening to this lady, the Aldai Member of Parliament.
The highest organ in the Republic of Kenya ambaye decisions inatengenezwa inaitwangwa cabinet. Na mwenye anaendanga cabinet inakuanga president, deputy president, attorney general na ministers wale wengine wote. Mimi kama mjumbe siwezi ingia hiyo cabinet. PS hawezi ingia hiyo cabinet. Hakuna Mkenya hapa mwingine anaingia hiyo cabinet. Kweli rongo? Na kwa hiyo cabinet ndio mahali maneno yote ya Kenya inaongelelewa. Wewe ukiwa minister, attorney general siku hiyo, kwa nini hukuenda kwa hiyo cabinet useme juu ya hiyo mtoto yako na watoto wengine wa Kenya? Kwa nini hukusema? Ukikuja uchukue hii mambo ya media, ukuje uongee kwa media. Sasa unataka Mkenya afanye nini? Kama wewe cabinet hawezi ongea huko kwa president, unataka Mkenya afanye nini? Sio ni kukosa heshima ya president yetu jamani? Ni kukosa heshima na hiyo ofisi inaitwa cabinet. Si ndio ni kukosa heshima? Hata wacha statement. Hiyo ni kukosa heshima ya hiyo ofisi. Hiyo ofisi iko na heshima yake, iko na nidhamu yake. It is the highest decision making organ in the Republic of Kenya. Kama mtoto alikuwa abducted, alafu akarilisiwa, kuna kitu inaitwangwa kwenda kuripoti kwa police station. Kutoka hiyo miezi 6 tangu siku hiyo aliyekuwa abducted na kurudishwa paka saa hii hujaenda kuripoti kwa police station. Unataka nani akufanyie hiyo kazi? You are the minister for public, meaning watu wote in short wana report kwako. Ukikuja kwa media kutuambia kwa press na wewe ndio minister ya watu, hiyo ni kusema nini? Si umekosa kazi yako? Umeshindwa na kazi? So bado unafanya nini kwa hiyo ofisi? Wewe ujiuzulu, kuja ongea huku nje kama raia mwema. Ushike microphone kama raia mwema ukiongelesha ukigonga hiyo serikali. Lakini huwezi gonga serikali ukiwa ndani yake. Haiwezekani. Kama huwezi heshimu serikali yenye unaifanyia kazi. Mimi kama mjumbe kazi yangu ni kitu inaitwa oversight. Ninakuambia wewe ujiuzulu, na usipojiuzulu mimi nitapeleka motion bunge ya kusensha wewe.
I'm just waiting for the weekend because I'm 100% sure that weekend is going to be fireworks. Going to be fireworks in the mountain and in the Rift Valley. But why would William Ruto engineer the removal of Justin Muturi from office through Parliament when he can just do it using his pen? By the way, Justin Muturi released a statement. That statement is explosive. We are analyzing that statement the first thing tomorrow. But why would William Ruto opt for the Parliament route? For me, number one, he doesn't want to take blame, because if he were to reshuffle the cabinet, he just did that the other day. If he were to remove Muturi today, it would be like he's removing him because he spoke, and he'd be blamed. In fact, Rigathi Gachagua and his allies will go down there and blame William Ruto for the removal of Justin Muturi. Justin Muturi was one of the principals in Kenya Kwanza. So William Ruto would not want that. He would want the blame to be placed on the desk of members of parliament, that, you know, members of parliament have their roles and whatever they are doing is within their mandate. So I'm not part of it. Number two, MPs can actually play politics with that censure or impeachment, the way they played with Rigathi Gachagua. See, Rigathi Gachagua was doing so well until members of parliament started playing politics on the floor of the house, where they started asking questions about, you know, your brother died, you started inheriting, and Kenyans became sympathetic to the family of Gachagua at the expense of Gachagua. They viewed Gachagua as an evil man. I can assure you, if members of parliament are allowed to move this motion, they're going to play a lot of politics. And those politics might actually even destroy the reputation of Justin Muturi, because it will now then be pure politics. So William Ruto would want a situation where members of parliament will now play politics, because this is politics. It will drag. They'll be on the floor of the house. They'll issue statements here, public rallies, sympathy. In fact, William Ruto can even decide now that, we are now doing away with the Mount Kenya because we're not going to succeed there. Then he can use the impeachment now to rally the rest of the country. And again, if this were to happen, if he were to be impeached, you know what the law says about impeachment. He will not be eligible to hold any office for 10 good years. So it means William Ruto may want to use that impeachment to solve the equations in the mountain, the political equations in the mountain. But if I were Justin Muturi, I'd do the honorable thing. Resign and win the support of the country. Because in this country, it's very rare to find someone resigning. So if you were to resign today, he would win the support of the country. But of course, in Africa, leaders don't resign. But the biggest question is, can William Ruto successfully impeach Justin Muturi? Can you censure him successfully in parliament? For me, I don't think so. That impeachment motion will not sail through in parliament. Let me explain to you guys why. Number one, Mount Kenya members of parliament will resist any impeachment of a fellow Mount Kenya after Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment backlash. Members of parliament from the mountain cannot even go to the ground as we speak after that impeachment. Some of them are silently joining Rigathi Gachagua's camp. Without Mount Kenya members of parliament, I doubt William Ruto would attempt that motion in parliament. But of course, they'll be gauging the mood by collecting the signatures. Osoro has stated that in 2 weeks' time, they'll be resuming and probably they'll start collecting the signatures. I don't think so. For Rigathi Gachagua, it was easy because ODM party really wanted Gachagua out because they had a date with him. They wanted to repay the sins he committed. William Ruto was able to rally the mountain because the mountain were convinced hii seat itabaki huko. And for you guys, your political survival is dependent on Rigathi Gachagua. If he survives, then he's going to destroy you. But if you destroy him, then politically, he's going to be finished on the ground. It's only that it has backfired. So I don't think that will succeed. Number two, William Ruto, I'm not sure whether he's ready to create another monster in the mountain. Because what Justin Muturi is doing, if you are to ask me, is actually provoking William Ruto to impeach him. He's provoking William Ruto to fire him. So if William Ruto were to pick the route of removing him through parliament, he would be happy. He would emerge as a hero. Ruto is not ready to create another monster in the mountain, if you were to ask me. He's not ready. Number three, why he cannot succeed is because of what I call the betrayal tag. William Ruto campaigned in the mountain and won the hearts of the mountain because he told them that Uhuru Kenyatta betrayed him. He has already betrayed Rigathi Gachagua, which is debatable. Some believe it's Rigathi Gachagua who betrayed Ruto. But now Rigathi Gachagua is done and dusted. Then he's coming to pick someone else. They're not going to allow. So Ruto himself would not want the mountain to view him as a betrayer or sympathy. And lastly, Muturi might be having too much information to be fought. Muturi was the Attorney General. As the Attorney General, he had access to all government documents. I know sometimes I say certain things, as by the way, on this platform, but you don't pay attention. I can't remember when, but last year, very early there, I told you that I was with someone, and he told me that Justin Muturi, that was before the impeachment of Rigathi, before Rigathi, and that time Rigathi and Ruto was still okay. He told me that Muturi was planning to leave Ruto before 2027. And he was actually planning to do that because he was not very happy man. A lot of documents were just being brought to him to sign. Deals, we sign me as the Attorney General. And he would go through some of those documents, especially the deals, and it was like, That's why he was removed as the Attorney General. At some point, he has started refusing. Yeah? So he has a lot of information. He was also a member of the National Security Advisory Council, the highest security organ of the country. So he has a lot of information. And because he has a lot of information, nobody would want to touch someone like that, because he's a politician. Until next time, this is Lee McQueen. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know in the comment section. Bye-bye.